Hey, good evening. It's Kathy Beatty with Facebook Live Friday night, realizing I'm late and a little exhausted, but nonetheless, I did want to take an opportunity to come and speak into your life for just a few brief moments. So, I am currently away from home in Tennessee, visiting my son, and my daughter and her family are here as well. And we are together, went to Dollywood today as a family, which was fabulous. And as I was there, I started thinking about the character of Dolly. And so I wanted to speak about the legacy because I was so impressed that Dolly Parton has set up a program many years ago where she was giving books to children from birth to 5 for free once a month. She will send out these books to many counties. In fact, you can go online and see if your county is part of this this legacy, this function that she has, in which she is giving out these books to all of these children. But it was based on the fact that her father was illiterate and could not read. And I marvel that she took that, which really was a disadvantage and a negativity of her past, and created something positive and good from it. And so I thought about you and me and our situation of divorce. And I thought, this is part of our story. There's no getting around that this is part of our story. But how do we take it and make it part of a legacy that we don't want to ever pass on to our children? And I do believe that there are ways that we can do that. First of all, realizing it is part of our story, and then deciding that we will move through this divorce, this devastation of life, with integrity. And this actually came to me based on one of the men that was in my most recent support group. And as you know, I lead support groups for 10 weeks. I start one in person in January, and also one online is coming up in January. But his words as he spoke, and he was devastated by this being a divorce, of course, but he said to the group, he said, I really want to be a person of integrity through this. And I want to do this right, because I realize how many times in the past I've not done things right. For example, this was his second divorce, and he had been through one previously, and realized that he had not healed from that divorce. And that's enough of his personal story. And if I ever do use something that's based on a true life, I do it briefly and without any identifiers of who I'm speaking about, to always guard the privacy and the safety of the group. But he impressed me, and I know that he impressed the group by his words of saying, I want to do this with integrity. I want to do this right. As painful as it was not one of his choosing, and it may not be one of your choosing, or it may be that you chose this divorce, but there are ways in which you can do it right and with integrity, and be wise and discernment, and minimize the damage and the hurt that is going to happen, and how far it is going to be emphasized, and how far it is going to impact not only you, but the next generation. And so when we go through this divorce, to make sure that this is part of a legacy of integrity, we will get healed. We will work on our own individual healing, so that this does not further impact our legacy, our life story, the generations to come. Because if we are not working on our own healing, then we're going to move into making more mistakes, hurting more people, impacting our children negatively, the next generation, and leaving a legacy that we don't want to leave. So, how do I say this without saying be like Dolly? Take the negative and turn it into something positive, or move through this divorce with integrity. And quite frankly, you may not know how to do that because you've never been here before. But to move forward in integrity is going to be honest. It's not going to try to punish the other person. It's going to get the healthy input that we need, the support that we need, so we make the right decisions, not based on emotions, but based on doing what is right so that we can move forward into our new and beautiful life. And I honestly believe that that is what God wants for us to do. It's unfortunate that we are in this situation of divorce, but we can start today. And maybe you haven't acted with integrity in the past. I get it. But we can start from today. God's mercy is new every morning. So I just encourage you to look at, okay, here I am. Here I am. And I know I've shown my lifeline to you in times past. And let's see if I get my glasses on. I might be able to do it for you as well. Yep, here it is, our lifeline. This is our lifeline. This is our childhood, our married life, our divorce. And there it is, that big black splotch. But we have the rest of our story. And we can take that divorce, that big black splotch, and we can launch from it. We can leverage it. We can get the healing that we need, the support that we need, and make those choices of integrity, even if we have not done it so much in the past. Because we are leaving a legacy. And part of our story, yes, is that divorce. But what we do with it is really going to determine how much it impacts and is emphasized in our future. So look at the big picture of your life and say, how do I move forward in integrity? How do I move forward making the right choices? Well, I've got to get that network of experts to guide me, to help me, to encourage me, to give me hope so that I don't do stupid things based on emotions that are bad decisions. I can, starting today, regardless of what happened in the past, I can begin today to start making those choices of integrity to manage our legacy for the future, for our story, and for the story of our children. And for our children's sake, quite frankly. So I don't know where you're at in all of this, and I don't know how that could help you. Maybe you're beyond the divorce and you're still, I don't know, just looking back and happen to wander on this page. But even now at this moment, there are things that we can do, the choices that we make that are going to impact us based on going through the divorce. So I don't know where you're at. I don't know the support and the help that you need. But I do know that you want to make the right decisions moving forward. I don't know if that's an encouragement to you or not. But I do know that you can use this and leverage this as a point of your life to move forward, to make the right decisions, to change and redesign your life into that beautiful life that God so desires for you. So I'll leave it at that, and let me just put the announcements at the end of Facebook Live. A little discombobulated. We went yesterday and we climbed this mountain, went hiking as a family, climbed this mountain over, it was a little under 4 miles, but it was like straight up. So it was crazy. It was cool, but it was crazy. It was beautiful at the top. The view was beautiful on the top, which I could have used that story as well to talk about the climb that we're going through right now. Once we get to the top, we can see clearer. But anyway, and then today we were all day at Dollywood. That's why I'm late. I wanted to give you this great little video with the Dollywood in the background, but I couldn't seem to get it to work. So we got home a little late. Here I am. So, for what it's worth, I hope you find a morsel of encouragement in this conversation. So, November 30th, this Tuesday, we start the support group through the holidays. Please connect with me, get that registration form, which you have to have because I want this a confidential and safe group. I've got people from all over the country that are joining us. I hope that's you. You can see on this Facebook page the schedule. We're going to start out talking November 30th. Don't treat yourself like leftovers. And it's going to be talking about self-care. Very important topic that I just have this hunch that you need to hear some things about, because as I deal with most people, they are not good at all of taking care of themselves. So we'll start there and we'll move forward from there. 6 weeks, no cost. That's my gift to you through the holiday season, because if this is your first holiday after divorce, it can be a very rough one. Don't go through it alone. Connect with me, get that registration form, and we will, as a community, get through the holiday season. Not only get through it, we'll have some great, meaningful conversations and find ways in which we can, even now, celebrate the holidays. Take care of you. This is Kathy Beatty, walking alongside of you every step of the way in divorce. Have a great night.